Hey, everybody out there. We've been having a doozy. The holidays 2024 has been amazing. As far as our advancements, as far as Martin Luther King Day, as far as love, Valentine's Day. I've been really having a good run, and the New Year's coming in, and I'm very grateful. And I've been able to get around. We had our Super Bowl, and we had our tragedy at the parade the other day. So sorry to hear that. So we really have to start doing more prayers and more activities. We have to take more time with our youth to find out exactly what they're thinking and what they're feeling. I know a lot of us would like to do the cop out, well, it's the parents, it's the families thing. No, we have to get back to community. It's all of us have to get involved. We have to look around in our neighborhood and nearby neighborhoods and see what opportunities do we offer our youth. We should give ourselves a test. And if we fail, that's okay. But let's put something in place with our public officials that we vote in. Let's call for an immediate meeting ASAP. Let's involve our police departments, everybody, our schools in the neighboring hood. Let's get it together, folks. Because this shootings and mass murderers, particularly of young children and youth, and our kids have guns, it's got to stop. Now, here's a good note. The good note is that the majority of us are great. The majority of the kids are great. But we need to make sure that we're there for them. Their backbone and support. We can't be beating them up all the time. Yes, they have to study, and yes, they need to go to school. That's a must. But they also have to be rewarded with things that they like to do in their free time and their spare time. Whatever that is. We may not think of it as great. If these kids want to dance, or be a part of instruments, or be musicians, or play sports, it's up to us to support them. It really is. If they want to love animals and care for animals, we need to support them. We can't afford it. Now, we got to try to maybe work on that. Or maybe we can have them join a club where they can go and see animals. Or take them to the zoo, things like that. These things that they love and live. And there's always art, You always can get pencils and colored paper and pens and paint and let them just go for it. Let them have a good time. And the other things, the easy things that, I don't see, our apartments are small now, so it's not like before, but, get them a bicycle or a tricycle, something that they could ride and get out and run about. Yeah, there's not too many more like places where you could take kids so they could ride horses and stuff like that. Most of them that I know of in the city are gone. But if you go to the outskirts of the Bronx, I think there's still some in the Bronx and Brooklyn where you could take the kids that they can actually see ponies and ride ponies and horses and that kind of academy. There's all kind of things. And the same thing for the swim program. If their thing is they like to be in the water and swim, or boats and things like that, or the museum for the people that want, these kids are so excited with, flying and helicopters and planes and rockets. There's places to take them for those things. Please do everything in your power. It doesn't necessarily have to be mom and dad. It could be aunts and uncles. It could be older sisters, older brothers. It could be cousins. Take time to let these kids express themselves the way they want to. It's so important. Take time to look after our seniors with the snow and things like that, even though it wasn't much. But still, we have elder people that just a little bit of snow or a little bit of ice frightens them. Don't be afraid to knock on the door and see if they want a loaf of bread because it's better if it's coming from you, a neighbor, than somebody that they don't know that will come in and hurt them or rob them or whatever. Knock on the door and just see if they're okay or if they would like anything or how could you help. And definitely, of course, if they don't feel well, be able to lend a helping hand. There's nothing the matter with kindness and being joyous and being sincere. And our love for loving each other and loving people. Because I always say, you guys been following me for years, and you know, it's not what we can do for ourselves, it's what we can do for others that really holds a significant place. Not what I can do for me, but the prayer is, what can we do for the world peace and happiness and the love of humanity? And our animals are included in that humanity. You know what I mean? They count too. From the littlest insect to the biggest whale. You know what I mean? All of these things matter. So let's do a better job, you guys. Let's keep a better hold of and accountable for our children. And let's have programs to honor the kids for just being kids. Let them know that they're special to us. They don't have to have the highest grades, but of course we want them to go as far as they can go and study as hard as they can. And in that part that we teach them to compete, nothing wrong with competing. Let's also honor those that try. You know, just as well as we honor those that actually win. Because the only way we can choose who's the best is to have a lot of people going for it. Because anybody could say, "Oh, I'm the best," but if they don't have anybody to challenge them, how do you know? So that's the thing. So big ups for the winners. Big ups for the doers that try to win. Big ups for the ones that come back next year and win. You know what I mean? We got to be like that. The world is about that. I had a special experience on Valentine's Day. And just big love and big hugs to everybody that we love. Our family, our significant others, our loved ones, of course, all our children, our pets, our animals. Shout out to my little Jaja, my baby. Love our animals, you know. Love everybody in this world. And keep our world clean. Keep our environment clean. Keep our water clean. Just the little things that we could all do. If we all participate and do it, the world will be a better place. We're already at almost the end of the rope, that if we continue to not do what we're supposed to do, that we may not be leaving nothing behind for our youth. Because we already know that they can't live without clean water. And they can't live without fresh air either. So let's keep that in mind, to love and cherish this earth and this world. Because it's just necessary. Some things are necessary, and this is necessary. Your spiritual growth is necessary. Love yourself, God. Love your faith. If you have a faith, believe in it. Live by it. Don't be a talker, be a doer. Go ahead and do it. Make this world better, starting with you. And everything else will fall into place. And I was saying that I had a beautiful, wonderful Valentine's Day. I got to speak. Didn't actually physically get to see, but but the warmth of Tamron Hall and her show was so moving and incredibly loving and giving, and that kind of spirit. It was just it was amazing. The view was amazing too, because it was special time that they put aside for the children and the kids. Although I want to say that I actually got to tell Tamron Hall that I loved her and happy Valentine's Day. And she got to say it back. And I was able to say it out loud, you know what I mean? And several times. And not just me, the whole audience. That special kindness and caring of Tamron Hall, was just really something. I wish that she would have been around when we used to have, down at the Judson Church, the thing for the homeless and the people that literally had nothing. Because her heart and her voice, is the softness and her kindness said it all. It would have made people that looked at, children that are homeless, that have nothing and have nobody, that would be so happy just to read them a story, or things like that, and just those kind of things that's moving, And Whoopi and them would have been down with the program too. But there's that kind of love. But when it comes to our children and things like that, we do have to be careful and cautious, because we do have individuals that have they're just not rap tight, and the mental issues have probably really grown since the COVID times. But at least at one point, certain groups, the non-for-profits, used to could get the people to sit down and conversate. And the ones that that are very disturbed are the ones that say nothing, just sit there all the time. So there's a lot of damage here coming from everywhere. Not necessarily, I'm not saying it's just New Yorkers, because these people that's coming around, they're coming from everywhere. And the damage and them being in our vicinity, in our areas, and all of the problems and the issues, the depression, is not being addressed. So we have to pray more and do more. It's just as simple as that. That's the only way we can defeat it, is to help the individuals that need the help. So let's take a minute and decide what it would be the best plan for us, you individually as a person, to assist and help out. If you're parents and you see the other little kid never has a snack or cookies, don't be afraid when you're in the supermarket to buy a little thing of cookies, if you know that they're not allergic, or a piece of fruit for the little kid that never have nothing. There's nothing wrong with that. When you have your little son or daughter out, there's nothing the matter with getting an extra little bag of chips or a little bottle of water for the other little kids that don't have anything. If you see the little kid it's cold now, don't have gloves, don't be afraid to buy the little kid a pair of gloves. You could go take it to the teacher and tell the teacher, this is for the little kid that comes to school and don't have no gloves or no hat. It's cold now. You know what I mean? Things like that used to occur all the time when I was growing up. You had the sisters and the fathers in the school that would make sure, if they saw that the kids needed nourishment or they were hungry, they could take them downstairs and give them breakfast before they took them to the church to do prayers, before you go up, before school starts, before you go to say our prayers in the church. You know what I mean? And the nuns and the sisters will look out and do all these kind of things. Reach out. Now they can't do it everywhere, but they would do it in their own school. Corpus Christi would do those kind of things and look out all of the time. Corpus Christi is closed now due to the COVID. But Corpus Christi was in existence for 100 and so years. So, and they did an excellent job. You know what I mean? Say, I could probably say the same for St. Joseph and all these other little areas and schools. And, just do the best that you can. Do the best that you can. We gotta remember that this world runs basically on what we do, how we get out and vote, and how we help spin the wheel, so to speak, for goodness to occur and happen to everybody. And there's no separation between Jews, Catholics, Muslims, Buddhists, whatever. There's no separation. Because as human beings, and our love for each other is the most important part of it. There's no separation. Although we can make our choices and we can be with our particular family spiritually, that spiritual family is universal. This is why when we teach our kids, we have to show them it's not that we are better than anybody else. We may have more, some of us have more privileges than others, but we're all still connected. We're all still the same. Let's never leave the message of love. Love is the message, and love is the universal message. Whether we get that through art, through music, through whatever, it's the message. So I want to thank everybody. I want to thank all the people that I love. I want to thank all of the people that are going through something. I want to thank all the people that are healing themselves spiritually with their prayer and with their wisdom. I want to thank all of our teachers, our professors, all our religious instructors, all our music teachers, all the people that do their best to get people off the streets and give them a nice place, a clean place. All the people in the world, the police department, the fire department, all of the people that value their job, first and foremost as a good person and a human being, and that help to contribute to make this world and society better each and every day. I want to thank you all. And Valentine's and love is every day. But Valentine's Day in particular was my grandfather's birthday, George Brad Hunt Sr. You know what I mean? And it's a day that a lot of people propose love. I want to thank all of my good friends, and I want to thank the members of my family that I lost. Theodore, Keith Young, Gregory McKenzie, Lala, Masako Hill, all my family of friends, and, Professor Reardon, Sensei, President Akeda, and of course all the loved ones that been there, my mom, my dad, my grandparents, my aunts, my uncles, and just everybody that I love. This is the thank you. This is us saying thank you to all of you too for being with us. Particularly, I want to thank the people that make this show happen all the time, which is Ricky. Ricky is amazing. He is just amazing. And whenever you guys want to have the best and want somebody that really knows what they're doing, reach out to Ricky Corporon. Of course, I, Sylvia Gina Hunt, recommend him highly. You should be knocking the doors down to get him. Honestly. And you young ladies, I don't know what you guys are doing. Because his heart he is a wonderful, wonderful man. And will make you a great mate. You know what I mean? So you guys better get on it. This guy is a truly loving and giving man. So I want to thank you all today and every day. But just know that this, when we put this show together, this is a lot of love here. Everybody that, even the people that come on the show routinely, like Dr. Ron Amber Deloney, she's amazing. You know, Stacy Wumble, all of the people that we have on the show. Frankie, Lisa, we appreciate all of you and we love you all dearly. So I just can't say. And then today with Mr. London, that was don't get much better than that. That was truth and honesty and from the heart from that man. So I just want to thank you all. We got to check out firsthand MLK at Magic Johnson Theater with Malcolm X. And that story is running. Please check it out, y'all. It's moving. It motivates the black movement. Well, I don't want to say the black movement, although in particular, it was united with all the other people. We all had a point to really come together. And civil rights, we came a long way, and then, you know, we're at a standstill now. We have a lot of racism going around now all over again. But I know that we'll overcome it. That's one thing we know. Malcolm X told us that. Martin Luther King showed us that. You know what I mean? The only thing we got to change is that if we want to do right, they shouldn't be eliminated. They shouldn't be exterminated. They need to be able to live just like everybody else. Let's not be afraid to change things and make things right and correct and better for all people. I know it's scary, but let's not be afraid to let everybody have a chance. Please, let's practice that. Loving one each other. You can't tell me that you're something of faith, a person of faith, if that's not one of the first things that you study about or talk about. But we can't talk about it and we can't study about it. We have to actually live it. Let's make it happen, you guys. Come on now. I know you can. So if you feel like you're depressed or whatever, join that synagogue. Join that church. Join that temple. Whatever you need, get out there and get it. And make it count. Show the world. Shine the light. All of us can shine a light. Your light could be yellow. That one could be gold. That's fine. That one could be red. That's fine. That one. But let's shine the light. The world is for everybody. Let's shine the light for this world. I know we can do it. I know we can have world peace. I know we can stop with all of this crap. And I want to thank you all. So let's shine the light. Shine the light. So this is 2024. Heads up. Joy up. Happiness up. Everything up. This is the world. World peace. You know. If you don't feel that you're participating in the part, do a little small part. Get out and vote. 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 And if whoever we put in not working and you see things ain't changing, just like we got them in, we get them out. We need people to make this world better. And that's the bottom line. Let's do that. I know you can. Love, happiness, and joy. Sylvia Gina Hunt. In God you trust. Namyo Horenge Kyo. Whatever it is for you, please, let's make the world better. Because the song is love. Love, 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 love. Thank you. Thank you, guys.
Thanks for watching this episode of the Real Self Talk Show with Sylvia Gina Hunt. And now check out this wonderful slideshow, which is based on Black History Month. Enjoy.